Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
I don't have my camellia. Welcome to all of you who are watching on the replay. You're going to want to stick around. Oops, let me turn this down. You guys are going to want to stick around. For those of you who are watching on the replay with us, if you are wanting to figure out how to have great goals for this new year. I don't know if you knew it or not, but there is going to be a new year coming in just a few days.
Has this flown by? Type in one in the comments if it seems like it's been a 1 second year. It's just gone by so fast.
Totally flown by. Totally flown by. So, so welcome to all of you. We are joining you today from the beautiful piney woods of Southeast Texas. Isn't it beautiful background behind us?
Yeah.
It's a little chilly this morning, but we're all good.
Freezing cold. I'm just saying that for all of my friends up north because it's 46 degrees right now, and we're like, I'm dying.
So for those of you who are new to our 3 Life Essentials Facebook page, my name is Amy Miller. This is my husband, him. Or Jim.
Pronounced Jim. The J is Jim.
I'm the wife to this real life superhero for real. He has spent decades being mentored by award-winning coaches, and he himself has also coached and mentored hundreds in sports and in life and in spiritual health and wellness. And this is Free Friday. This is our weekly series on Fridays to address freedom to experience life more fully and abundantly, and bonus if we can do it naturally, right? So why Free Fridays? We're going to up level in this area of health and wellness and learn more about your oils and to be inspired. And that's what we're doing here too. So, so what are we going to talk about today?
So our agenda today, we're going to cover the idea of a focus word. We're going to talk about 3 types of goal setters. We're going to talk about the most underestimated goal that you can set. And then how to set a goal using the SMART method. So we're going to fly through all of those different things to help us make sure that we have the best 2019 ever.
Yes.
Make it the best year ever.
Yes. Today we're going to be free from wandering and drifting, and we're going to be free to chase, free to achieve.
Yeah. Free to hit those dreams, make them a reality.
Yes. So hello to any of you who are joining us live. Say hello and let us know where you're signing in from. This is our first.
And let us know what the temperature is there. I'm really curious what it is around these different places where people are watching.
Yes. We, I guess this is our second Free Friday that we are coming to you from Texas. Yes. Maybe.
No, we didn't do one last week. I don't think. I don't remember. Can you tell we've been traveling a lot?
We have traveled in 3 weeks. We traveled from California to Arizona to New Mexico to Texas and
Northern California. Let's clarify that.
Yes.
That's another 8 hours.
Northern California.
Yeah, Northern California.
So I'm putting on oils here, in case you're wondering. And my oil bottle is empty. It's running low, so I need a refill. But shout out to those of you who are joining us live today. And if you're watching this video and you have some friends that you want to have their best year ever, click the share button and let them be able to experience their best year ever too. So, you know, how many of us set goals every year and then we forget them by February 1st?
Guilty.
Anybody?
Yeah. Hey, if that's you, type "not this year" in the comments and let us know.
Yes.
That's not going to happen this year.
Not this year.
This year we're going to stick to our guns. We're
Not
gonna
this
make it
year.
A different type of year.
In fact, one of the things that we are doing this year to help is we're having an accountability group. Now that's not open to you.
Sorry.
But we're having but if that's something that could be helpful to you in saying not this year, then have an accountability group that helps you stick to those guns.
Yeah. Have some people that you work with that you guys hold each other accountable. You let each other know what's going on.
Yeah. So what's tip number 1?
All right. Tip number 1. So first off, let's define the terms. Okay. What is a goal? I love this definition. A goal is a dream with a deadline. There's a guy named Napoleon Hill that shared that. Or you can look at it this way: set a goal that you can't achieve until you grow into the person who can. How cool is that idea, right? If you can do the goal yourself, then you have not set a lofty enough goal. So you want to set that goal that's a dream, and then you want to put that dream into action, and that action steps for that dream as a goal. Okay.
Now, if it's hard for you to dream like it was for me, I want you to go back to, we actually did a 4-part series about dreaming, because I was having a really hard time with this. I had forgotten how to dream, and I know many of you have as well. And so if you would like to link to that series, just that dream series that we have, just put a comment in the chat, just type in dream, and I'll make sure that you get the link to that series, because you can't be starting to set goals if you don't even have dreams.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to dream a little bit.
Yeah. So in the last 2 meetings, last 2 free Fridays in December, we've been cooking something up this whole time. You know, 2 weeks ago, we shared about our favorite holiday recipes. And then right before the holidays, Jim and I compared our favorite planners, right? As we're cooking up something up in 2019. And we mentioned a couple of other popular options. And this week, as 2019 is just looming on the horizon, we're going to look at the idea of setting goals. And as my phone gives notifications.
Hey, it's time to go live.
So if you love to set goals, type SMART in the comments. Now, if goals scare you, maybe don't type SMART. Sometimes goals can be scary, right?
Yeah.
I feel like goals sometimes can be very scary. But if you are somebody who loves to set goals, maybe you have achiever, right? Where you like to have your checklist. Maybe you have achiever in your strengths. You love to set goals. Type SMART in the comments.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, if you're here and you're getting on early with us, then we've got a gift we want to give you. We just found this really cool program that I'm kind of excited about.
I am too.
It's I started describing it to Amy, and she just said, "Sign me up. Where is it? What do we do?" And so this is one of the tools that we're going to use in 2019 to be more efficient and to help us to be effective in the work that we're doing, and to we talk about this all the time, but just to calm the crazy, to take all the craziness of these different places that you're looking for information and put them in one spot. And it's a program called Shift, and it's an app. It's something you can use on your computer. And what it does, it takes all of your different Gmail accounts. It can take your all of the different programs that you use to do a lot of the different things that you do with, whether it's Slack or Asana, if you have that at work, or WhatsApp, Evernote, all these different communication and note-taking and planning tools, and it puts them all in one place.
Yeah,
folks.
It's like in one app for you on your computer.
How nice is that you can actually just go to one spot and look at all of your different emails, and then go down to WhatsApp and shoot those messages out to people. And it's all just right there at this one spot. So we are so fired up about this. We just started using it, but we're going to put a link in the comments that you can go and click on. And it is an affiliate link. And so if you click on that and then you do one of their paid versions, then we'll get a small commission. It won't change your price at all, but it's a way that you can, it's something for you to level up. And they do have a free version too. So you don't have to go and you don't have to pay something. But if you want to use some of the more feature rich things in the program, then you would want to pay for one of the up levels on that. But
yes, we're
super excited about this. We're looking forward to it.
Yes. So if you're ready to dive into this topic, just type in the comments, "Let's go," in the comments, and we're going to start talking about that goal setting. Now, even if you're not watching live, don't worry. We're going to come back and answer your questions after the video. And I see, hey, Pam, good to see you on today. Hey, so let's talk about first it's become more popular,
way more popular.
New Year's practice, a word for the year. Have you guys already been talking with people about what's your word for the year, or what was your word for 2018? Do you know what yours was?
Do you remember your word for 2018?
Mine was impact.
Yeah.
And
I don't remember what mine was. That should tell you something. All you need to know about the two of us. Her word was impact, and mine was I don't know.
I feel like we really did accomplish impact. I feel like
no doubt. No doubt.
as we've been traveling across the country, we have been able to, not by our own efforts, but really just by God's leading, we have been able to impact more people's lives around us than we could have ever done staying where we were.
Yeah,
and
no doubt.
so so let's look at the 3 types of goal setters. Okay. This was very interesting to me.
Yeah. I thought this was really neat. So the 3 types of goal setters, we'll just tell you what they are, and then Amy's going to talk about what they are.
And actually, those are switched.
Are they switched?
2. Okay, yeah, the first one.
The first one is the pessimist. The second type of goal setter is the realist. And then the third type of goal setter is the visionary. Okay. Now just listen to the name. Which type of goal setter do you think you are? Tell me in the comments which one you think you are, and then Amy's going to describe it.
Yeah.
See if you think you're on the money with
I
it.
know which one I thought I was, but I actually was not this type of goal setter. So the pessimist is typically your person who you just don't ever set goals. You really don't have any kind of goals in mind because you just really just don't think that they are achievable, and and so you really just are pessimistic about anyone's goals, including your own.
Yeah.
And so it's just a no goal setting person.
Right.
As a general rule. Yeah.
Right.
And then the second type of person is the realist. This is the person who you set goals at times, but they are they're not very lofty. In fact, they're pretty achievable. They're the kind of things like, I'll brush my teeth twice today.
Oh, good luck on that one. Right.
And then when you achieve that goal, it's not like you were like, yes, I was able to achieve that goal. It's kind of like a letdown when you achieve that goal, right? Because you're like, well, that wasn't too hard.
Yeah.
I mean, don't tell me if it is, but if it is hard for you to do that.
If brushing your teeth twice in a day is hard for you, then yeah.
Hey, Matt, good to see you joining.
Hey, bud.
And so the third type of goal setter is the visionary. These are your people who are actually very highly successful in life because most of the goals that they set for themselves are unachievable by their standards, are vision type goals. Whether it's in the area of health or wellness or your emotional well-being or in your spiritual development or in your relationships or in your business, whatever it is, they are thinking in visionary terms. And many times they don't hit those goals. They don't reach those goals.
Yeah.
But the goals that they hit, I mean, what they do end up achieving is typically much greater than what would have been before.
Right. So they set a goal that's nearly impossible or seemingly impossible.
Yeah.
And then even if they don't hit that goal, they've done more than anybody would have thought you could have done before. Yeah.
So where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself as the pessimist, the realist, the visionary, as your type of goal setter? Personally, I think I am the realist goal setter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jim decided that in those definitions that he might be the pessimist. Huh?
Yeah, I may be more the pessimist type.
You wouldn't think of yourself as normally a pessimist in life.
Yeah, I'm not pessimistic, but when it comes to setting goals, I feel like sometimes not worth the effort. Or and that has caused me, when I labeled myself finally, it caused me to stop and step back and go, okay, why am I not setting goals? What can I do different to move from pessimist to realist to visionary and the things that I want? And we all look at the visionary and we go, well, that's what I want to be. I want to be that. So let's do it then, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's change the way that we look at goals, and let's change our approach to goals as something that we can really run to make a big difference, to have a big impact.
Yeah. Now, if you're just joining us and you're finding you have friends that you want to have the best 2019 ever with their goal setting, go ahead and click the share button because they will benefit from this as well.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about the most underestimated goal.
This is my kind of goal. let's just I'm going to start off by saying that. Okay. So this is my kind of goal. So I heard this, somebody was talking about this a while back, and at first I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized it was genius. It was brilliant. And the most underestimated goal is the very attainable goal. Okay. The very attainable goal, which is called a VAG.
The realist goal, the brush your teeth twice a day goal.
That's a good thought on it, but I would go even further along.
Okay.
Okay. So what I would say is this, that if you're a realist or the pessimist who says there's no point in me setting a goal because I'll never get there. Okay. And you're looking in the mirror and you're thinking to myself, my teeth need a lot of work. I need to start brush and flossing every day. Okay. Then maybe setting a goal of I'm going to brush and floss twice a day every day this week is one of those things that you're just setting yourself up for failure. And so a very attainable goal though would be to say something like, I'm going to put toothpaste on my toothbrush 2 times a day. Or I'm going to get floss out every day. I'm going to get the floss out. I don't have to use it. I don't have to floss my teeth, but I've got to get the floss out of the drawer every single day. That's something you can do, right? Everybody looks at that and goes, oh, I can totally do that. I can take the floss out, right? I may not use it, but I can take it out, okay? So set that very attainable goal. Okay, if you want to work out, you want to start working out, and you think, oh, I can't go to the gym every day. That's not realistic for me. Then set a very attainable goal. I'm going to do 1 push-up every day. Just 1. No, I'm not going to do anything else but just 1 push-up a day. That is a very attainable goal. But the psychology behind it is this, that when you go in that bathroom and you pull the floss out, now you get the endorphin rush of hitting that goal. Boom, I made it, I did it. And now that you've hit that goal, all of a sudden you say to yourself, you know what? Now that I've done that, I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm actually going to get the floss out of the container.
Well, if it's out, I might as well use it.
I might as well use it now, right? And when you sit down,
if my gym shoes are out, I might as well put them on.
Might as well put them on. I did 1 push-up while I'm here, laying on the ground on my belly, sweating. I might as well do 2, 10.
Yeah. And do you see how this can begin to apply to whatever is the goals are that you're wanting to set for yourself in this new year? And, this can begin to apply in lots of different areas of your life.
Yeah, I will say, I know you're on a thought here.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say this, and notice that each one of those had an action component to them. It's not just a thought. It's not, I'm going to think about flossing my teeth today. There's an action component. There has to be movement in it.
Right.
So I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So,
well, because what you're saying is, so for instance, if you are in business like we are, and maybe you own your own business and you need to make some phone calls that you don't really want to make. You say, maybe you're not saying I am going to sit down and make 10 phone calls. Maybe you're saying, I'm going to get my pencil out and put it in in my mouth.
Yeah.
Now, those of you who may not know the psychology behind that, but when you put this isn't a pencil, and I'm not going to put this in my mouth, but if you put a pencil in your mouth and you bite down like that action actually triggers less fear within your brain. How crazy is that? Or so maybe you're not sitting down to say, I'm going to make 10 phone calls, but you say, I'm going to get my pencil out and put it in my mouth. Well, now that I've done that I might as well make a phone call.
Might as well, now that I'm here.
Or, so you can see how this can begin to apply to all areas of your life that you're wanting to level up. So what's a very achievable goal, a VAG that you're going to set for yourself? Yeah.
Type 1 in the comments for us. Just let everybody else see something that you could do.
Yeah.
Hey, Betty, Glad you're with us today.
So, so I have not been totally thinking through this yet because we're going to be going through this with our kind of accountability group starting in a couple of weeks. But I don't know. Have you thought this through? What's a very achievable goal that you're going to set for yourself?
I haven't worked it out yet, but I've got some lists started. How's that? I've started the thinking process, but not the doing process yet.
Yes. So we want you to be thinking through this. So let's take a look at the most popular, for a good reason, right?
Yeah, for good reason.
The most popular way to set goals, the SMART goal system.
Yeah.
Okay. So
SMART being an acronym.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So SMART is, the S is specific. Okay. So when you set a goal, you can't just say something like, I'm going to be in better shape. Right. It has to be something very specific, like I plan on losing 10 pounds. Okay. A very specific goal. Okay. And then part of that specific is measurable. So if I say I'm going to lose weight, that's one thing. But if I say I'm going to lose 10 pounds, then that's something I can judge myself on. And I can say I'm doing better. Okay. So specific, measurable. The A is for attainable, right? If Amy came along and she said, I'm going to lose 100 pounds this year, that would be specific and measurable, but not attainable. She'd be walking around a bone, and it would not work. Yes, she would not be walking around, right? So that's not attainable. If I was to say, I'm going to compete in the Mr. Universe competition this year, not attainable, not attainable. Okay. So that is not an attainable goal. So something that is specific, measurable, attainable. Don't be afraid to go lofty with it, but something that you can do. And then R is relevant. Okay. Relevant is something that is going to actually benefit you, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, and relevant. So relevant, something that benefits you, meaning if I really want to focus on being a better dad this year, and I say, so I am going to take up needlepoint. Those two things don't necessarily line up. And that's not something that you would say, being a better dad, needlepoint is clearly very helpful in being a good dad. That's not necessarily a relevant goal. Okay. And then T is time-based. So just to say, I'm going to do something, you need to have a deadline for it. There needs to be a goal, an end point in mind so that you can look at it and say, I've got to do it by this date. Because otherwise, you're just going to keep pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off. And that date is going to keep creeping off in the distance. Okay. So specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-based. And then I would include in this accountability, right? And so this isn't one of the parts of it, but then after you've come up with that SMART goal, then the next thing would be to share that with somebody who's going to hold you accountable to it. Okay. So in 6 weeks, they're going to ask you, hey, how have you done? Have you lost that weight yet? Or how have you done? Have you, have you reached out to your family? How have you done? What, and they can ask you and hold you accountable to that thing to see if you've done the thing that you set yourself to do.
Stuff all under my eyes this morning. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, a little bit there.
Okay. So, so the SMART goal system. And then, and if you're just joining us live, don't forget to go back to the beginning where we talked about the 3 different types of people, goal setters, because depending on that, that may really help you relook at what you're really doing with regards to goals, whether that's
the types
none.
Of goals you're setting.
Yeah. So let's recap. We've talked about the focus word.
Which a lot of people are doing this, the last few years, that's really become a popular thing.
So really, and we like to spend time asking God, what is it that you want us to focus on this next year?
Yeah.
And then the 3 types of goal setters, the pessimist, the realist, and the visionary.
Yeah.
And then the most underestimated goal.
Yes. The very achievable goal.
Yes. And then how to set a goal with that SMART method that we just talked about. Jim found this great quote by Greg Reed that says, a dream written down without a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. and a plan backed by action makes your dreams come true.
Got that dream?
Yes, yes.
Let's make it happen in 2019. Yes. You can do it.
So we're about to sign off, and next week we're going to be starting a brand new series. Not really sure exactly what that's going to be yet. We don't know
what it's going to be. We'll let you know when
but
we
we're
find
going to be
out.
charting some very targeted and specific topics that you're going to be wanting to share with those around you. So, do you want to share this last quote? I thought this was really cool.
Yeah. So you don't want to say it because you don't want to try to pronounce it.
Oh, no, I wasn't even thinking about that, but you go for it.
Right. So this is a quote by a guy named Meheli Csikszentmihalyi.
Yeah.
Csikszentmihalyi. So Mahi Csikszentmihalyi is his name. And he's actually a psychologist that came up with the idea of getting into a flow state, which I love this concept of a flow state. But anyways, what he said is that goals transforms a random walk into a chase. I love that idea. I love the picture of what that is. So rather than just randomly walking through 2019, we're going to chase after those dreams. We're going to go after them and achieve some things that we never would have thought possible.
Yeah. Hashtag free to chase.
Hashtag free to chase. That's right.
Free from being wandering. So thank you guys for joining us today. And we'll see you guys back here next week. If you want to get notifications after this live broadcast is over, you can just click on the arrow below that says turn on notifications and you'll get notified when we join in as well. We'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.